Now, this question is, can I publish the raw truth? I'm going to say probably not, because a lot of things depends on what the raw truth actually is. So let's imagine that you are feeling very, very hurt by someone's actions. Now, what I would suggest you do is you write it all out. You get every single little bit of everything out of your system. You put it in your journal, you write it in the book, you just get the stuff out. However that wants to come out, just spew on the page, whether by pen or typing on a keyboard. When you've done that, you need to take some time out. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to process those emotions that go with getting the stuff out. Now, does your reader need to read that stuff? Now, I can remember working with someone on a book once, and honestly, I think they gave me 70,000 words, and it was just, they had spewed on the page, literally. And my advice to them was to think about, what did they want their reader to do as an outcome of reading this book? Surely it wasn't to read this anger. So what we were then able to do is to go back through the book and look at how we might plan that out and how we might connect emotionally to the heart of the reader, and rewriting some of those things so that they got the gist of what it was rather than that absolute vomit. Now, I journal a lot and I get a lot of stuff out, and I've written a lot of things. So, you know, one of my stories is I had discovered that the husband that I had been living a double life the entire time that I was with him. So when I was writing about my journey to self-love, I did spew on the page. And of course, when you read it back, it's like, do I really want anybody to read that? So, you know, after a period of reflection, I would take pieces of that writing and I'd think, how could I turn this into one very succinct sentence that actually expresses what I want to say, my feelings, my emotions, the story, whatever it is, without all that ugliness attached to it. So I think you need to think really, really carefully about what it is that you want people to read. So really what I think my advice would be is get it all out and then reflect. Now, the second thing is the raw truth. I always believe there's my truth, there's whoever else's truth, and then there is the truth as seen by or witnessed by God, the universe, grace, the angels, you know, whatever is your belief system. And we need to be careful. We need to be careful from several perspectives, one of which is a legal perspective. So can we write this stuff and not get sued? And again, the answer to this is it depends what it is you're writing about. So if you've been to court and stuff has been recorded, then it's the truth, and it's, you know, perhaps it's been in the newspapers and all sorts of things, then you know, you're not going to get sued by writing what's already in the public. However, you need to be really, really careful. So be mindful of the law when it comes to this, you know, can I write the raw truth? Now, the second thing is, if you're writing about somebody and there is the potential for that person to be deeply, deeply hurt, no matter what they have done to you, do you really want to exact revenge on somebody in this way? And that comes back to what I said earlier, is we can write things so that we tell the story, we connect emotionally without causing any harm or any damage. So my conclusion is get it all out of your system, reflect, and then think about it. Talk to people, ask them what they think. Often what I do, if I'm writing about my family, I'll talk it over with my mum and say, what do you think? Do you mind if I say this about you? Is this the truth as the way that you've seen it? And, you know, more often than not, my mum and I will have a great conversation around what we each thought had actually happened. So I do believe that we can get it all out, but I think we have to be a little bit careful about what we put in the public domain and the way that we do it, making sure that we protect our hearts and our reputation, and that we don't deliberately hurt other people, and we stay on the right side of the law. So I'm Dale, and I'll be back with some more tips again.